Recording. Can we see the laptop? Oh, shit, we can. It's right off. That's great. Not your fucking laptop, my laptop.
There's mine.
Mine's better.
There, mine's off. Welcome to episode 152.
Holy Christ.
Of Watch and Complain.
It should be Holy Christ. I figure if I say Holy Christ, maybe we'll get some religious people that are like, these guys are talking about Christ.
Of
and then
all
they
the
get in and they
things-
start watching it and they're like, Holy Christ, these guys are going to hell.
Yeah, pretty much. If you want to see how much we're going to hell, go back and watch more of our episodes. You have 151 episodes to watch.
You can email us at theyregoingstraightttohell@gmail.com.
No, at watchandcomplain.com.
Watchandcomplain.com. They're going straight to hell at watchandcomplain.com. We need more goddamn people.
I renewed that web link.
How much is it, $1?
It was $15.
$15, people.
You remember the time when you can get these things for
We
$5?
have spent. Yes. Remember when it was like, $1 for the year?
GoDaddy.com and all that.
Fucking GoDaddy.
Now I use Namecheap, and
What
it's
was
still
the name
not
of that?
cheap.
Was it Danica something? Didn't
Oh,
she-
the NASCAR driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her strap broke and everyone was all pissing and moaning. Fucking stupid. Anyways,
Women out there, if you want a popular OnlyFans account, make only straps that break. I don't know.
I was realizing, like, you
nothing.
can really sell anything on OnlyFans. It's kind of fucked. Like, my sister,
feet do well.
who,
Only feet.
I'll let her remain unnamed. She's
Danica?
constantly yes, that's right. My sister Danica
Danica
Patrick, that's what her name is.
No, it's
Danica
not.
Patrick.
Yeah.
But she's constantly, she's like, oh man, I've the worst IBS. I'm shitting my guts out. I'm like, put that shit on OnlyFans, man. You know how much money you can make that? She's like, that's fucking disgusting. I'm like, men are disgusting.
Every time
you make mad money
Every time you take a dump, you take a picture.
and say, and you could be like, pay $20 and I can like moan your name while I'm pooping.
I will fart in my underwear and send them to you for $100.
That's right.
If I was a woman who was somewhat attractive or better,
You don't even need to be super attractive. Also, attractive is a relative thing.
and I could get people who would just be like paying me $100 for used underwear, I'd be like, okay,
Yep.
that's your funeral.
But
Like,
is that exploiting women to do something like that? Is that exploiting yourself? to
not
do
if you
something like that?
choose to do it of your own accord. If you were forced
It's a
into it
slippery
by
slope.
your boyfriend or something just for the money, then that
But
would
see,
be.
what if, so you're farting in
it's like
underpants.
if you're a stripper,
you're
are
farting
you
in
a horrible
underpants
person?
and you're sending them to people.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, you know what?
I do
This
that
time,
anyway.
could you like maybe pee a little bit in it?
Yeah, they gotta ask.
And you're like, all right. But I mean, it's when does it move from? And I'm not saying I'm arguing against it. I'm just trying to be the devil's advocate. There we are. Here, when does it move from OnlyFans to kind of prostitution?
Well, when you're doing a sex act on a customer.
You don't think like, hey, here's my peed-in panties is a little bit of prostitution?
No,
Okay.
you're just purchasing something that was on someone. It's like going to the thrift store, but at the thrift store you don't know it's there.
Did you know that in it's like Japan or China, one of those places, they have kiosks of girls' panties?
Yeah, but I wonder how legit.
Yeah.
It could just be a dude,
Yeah,
little
that's a good
dribble
point.
or whatever.
Or like he's got like a mannequin. He just rubs it on
dude's
the
wearing
mannequin.
20 underwear, goes to the gym, comes back, mails them off. You don't know.
They're like, I subscribe to that guy's OnlyFans when you see him
But
in the
she
gym.
sent me a signed picture with it. That shows its
Stamped
authenticity. Anyway, Rob,
OnlyFans.
today we're talking about Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, the full season.
Oh man. What?
Speaking of which,
Witches? There's no witches in Lord of the Rings.
you remember Lord of the Rings and Golem?
Gollum, not Golem. Do you know
Say-
what a fucking Golem
It's
is?
colloquial.
I can't fucking stand people that can't get it right. Gollum is one thing, and he says Gollum because of how he talks. He's called Gollum, sorry, because of how he talks. And a golem is something different from Jewish stories.
This is like when I say Chewbacca or something, and he
Chewbacca.
goes off. Oh my god!
It's not Chewbacca. He doesn't bark. He roars.
Speaking of golems, is
Gollum.
remember Golem's favorite
Gollum.
favorite food?
Oh no, is it fish? Oh
It
Christ!
is, Rob.
You're gonna bring out some goddamn gross ass fish. Oh, fuck. What the
Remember when you said,
fuck?
what the hell are Swedish fish?
What the fuck is this?
Halloween reminded me of that, so I
Okay.
brought it. Swedish fish.
We have a very intelligent audience, and
we
I
can
say
be
that
Gollum.
honestly because you're smart people. And I'm gonna get Phil to put a picture of this up behind us.
Oh, I
Why
guess I
in the
could have done
sweet
that.
fuck is a fish wearing goggles and a fucking snorkel?
It's very funny.
That's not funny at
it's
all.
ironic.
Why are the other fucking fish not wearing them? Does that mean they're dead or he's dead?
Well,
Because some of them are dead.
You're about to eat them, so they're dead.
Oh.
They're dead candy fish.
All right, I'm gonna eat this.
You can have them both. I can't really eat them. Because
Nutritional information. You just call that number and they just laugh at you for the entire time you stay on the
I
call.
call for the nutrition. Yes, sir. How may I help you? I'm calling for the nutritional information on Swedish fish.
Ingredients.
Ha, 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 and hangs up.
Ooh, modified. Oh, it's got Allure Red, Tartrazine,
You just
and
taste them.
Brilliant Blue.
Just
I
taste them.
fucking care about what I put into my body there, Captain Dick.
It's not true.
Do they taste different? Based on their color, do they taste different?
Well, they don't taste like calamari.
They taste like
Try the red one and then tell me what they taste like.
they taste like something. Like gummy
If
thing.
you get
Red
it-
one.
If you get a red one. Yeah. Try the red one and tell me what it tastes like.
I didn't get any fucking orange ones. Did I just eat an orange one?
Yeah.
What did I eat?
You're green?
Oh yeah, I had a green one. I didn't get any goddamn orange ones. Son of a bitch.
Those bastards.
Every time
I'm
we record a
jealous.
podcast,
Not for the tongue. I'm jealous for the
You just wanna
Swedish fish.
you just want to watch me eat because you can't eat this shit.
Yeah, I'm living vicariously through you.
They taste like something. Fuck.
Well, it says it in the title. They taste like Swedish people.
Oh shit. Swedish fish.
Swedish.
Fish.
Swedish.
Fish.
Swedish berries?
Oh yeah, Swedish berries.
Yeah. Same company. Maynard's.
I don't know what Swedish berries are though.
Oh, you haven't had Maynard Swedish berries? Oh, fine. What, this guy.
It tastes like it's gonna bother me.
But they taste great, don't they? They're one of my favorite candies because just have a different flavor than a normal like gummy or jube. They got a different texture.
Jube
feel.
juice. That's what I was thinking of. They
Yeah,
taste
it's
like
kind of
jube
like a soft jube.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
And they don't get really stuck in your teeth. They're nice.
My son has
If
braces.
you've had Swedish fish, that's basically Swedish fish in slightly different flavors.
My son has braces, so we never have stuff like this in the house. So,
You're welcome.
did you get them for Halloween?
Yeah, that's what
So you didn't
reminded
even
me.
fucking buy
I
them.
stole them.
Someone else bought
I stole them from my son's.
He'll never notice,
He doesn't care. I asked him. He said it was okay as long as it's for Rob.
right? As long as Rob's getting it, I'm okay.
So I'm glad that reminded you of Lord of the Rings and Golem. Tell me what your thoughts are on Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power,
Season 1.
Season 1. Because there's definitely going to be multiple seasons.
I will say that the last show was the only show that I successfully watched without falling asleep.
Oh.
All the other ones I fell asleep during.
They kind of were slow.
Yeah. Very slow. Lots of setup, which again, this is what this universe is all about. Lots of setup, which is great. I enjoy
Walking
the setup.
Dead-ish in the slow department. Like, it doesn't go anywhere. It just
but
slowly goes there.
it's got a world to set up where the
Yeah.
Peter Jackson movies did a good job of action and backstory all at the same time. This one, it's just backstory, a little bit of action, backstory. So I'm like, hey, okay.
It's very unlike Game of Thrones, where they just
yes.
toss you in.
That was
and
my-
you
that was gonna be my other
learn
point.
Half-assed throughout the whole thing.
It is, you can tell that one of the things that they were thinking about when they were making the show was, okay, everybody's got the Game of Thrones on their House of the Dragon. We can't be doing anything like that. We need to be so different. And everybody's seen the Lord of the Rings movies and the Hobbit movies. Can't be anything like that. We've got to be a completely different thing. They do succeed in being a very different thing. I am enjoying it. Not as much as I'm enjoying House of the Dragon. But I do have a couple of little nitpicks that my wife is saying that I'm a big fucking dork for nitpicking about. The first thing I nitpicked about was I do not like the way that this girl's playing Galadriel. I feel like she's coming off really bitchy, and she comes off like kind of a petulant brat. Now,
Yeah, I
given
can see
the
that.
well, given the age of Galadriel, maybe that's kind of who she is. She's kind of a teenager in her elven years or whatever. But I just, whenever she starts, like whenever Halbrand would be like, so what is it that you want from me? Well, what is it you want from me? Like she would always be so snotty and in this elvish snotty way that none of the other elves that you saw on the show ever were, especially not fucking Elrond.
She's like that woman that you would end up dating because she's hot, but then she'd be bitchy all the time, and you'd be like, I just want to get in your pants.
And everyone's like, dude, you're so lucky. Like, dude, I got to listen to her all day. But that's very sexist of you to say, pig. But yeah, she's a fine actress. I just do not like.
I'm thinner now. I can be sexist.
But you don't have that thick booty anymore.
Sorry.
So you don't have those. What is it called? Fat bitch lust. Fat bitch something.
You just can't enjoy motorboating my booty anymore.
You're not supposed to motorboat booties. You're motorboat titties.
That's what was wrong.
Motor booting. There we are. Motor booting booty is a whole different fucking thing.
Motor booting.
Motor booting. That's gonna hashtag motor booting. Let's make that a thing.
Oh no.
On Elon's Twitter. But yeah, so seeing her as Galadriel,
I liked it.
I'm sure she's a fine actress, but it's not that her portrayal is not maybe it'll improve and I'll be like, oh, it was great. She started like that and became a different person, whatever. The other thing is,
Well, she does in the movie. Completely different person.
yeah, and that's what I mean. But remember, the movie is 2,000, 3,000 years
old,
later,
yeah.
right? The other thing that annoyed me was Elendil's son Isildur is currently we don't know where Isildur is, and I saw these people online, and it was all just fucking, what do you call that when clickbait, trying to get you to click on the article. Oh my goodness, is Isildur dead? I'm like, oh, Isildur, you mean the guy that we saw at the start of the first fucking Lord of the Rings movie who chopped off Sauron's fingers? I'm pretty sure he's not fucking dead. Like, for fuck's sakes, we've seen him in the goddamn movie. If you know anything about the story, you know it's him. Until some Lord of the Rings geek is going to tell me it's a different Isildur, but I'm sure it's not.
But if you're like half the audience that haven't seen the movies,
there's not a chance that. I think maybe a very small, not even a third. I'd say 5%.
It's been a while.
I'd say 5% have not seen the original, because these the stories are all taken from the appendices, right? But I'm that's your appendix, stupid. Appendices. So maybe they took it from our appendices. Maybe when our appendices were taken out, they talked for a little while about Lord of the Rings.
What about our appendix B's?
My appendix B's. It's not a very good joke. Phil is not a good comedian. You know what?
No.
When they took out all your weight, did they take out your funny bone?
Yeah, my humor is
Humorous.
I was getting there.
Fuck
Takes
off.
me a while.
I know. Same thing you say to your wife. All right, but
That makes her happy.
Isildur, of course, he's fine. But I really like the guy playing Elendil. All the actors are great. I did not see the Halbrand to Sauron. I did not see that coming, so I was like, that's pretty cool. But this guy, when he dropped down to the ground, it was funny. When he dropped down and hit the ground in the first episode, when Karen and Leslie and the boys and I were watching, I was thinking, and I'm like, Karen was like, I bet that's Gandalf. I'm like, wouldn't be Gandalf because he wasn't the first in the order. I was like, but it's Saruman. And Karen was like, oh, you think? I'm like, yeah, I got a sneaking suspicion that's Saruman. And then he's like, it also means a word for wizard. When he's talking to her, like, yeah. I feel like that's Saruman, which is fine, but
I feel like it might be someone we don't know yet.
I don't think so.
My wife thinks it's Gandalf as well, but
no, I don't. I think that's too easy. That's too obvious.
Could though.
But because Saruman is the leader of the Wizard Order, right? So it's
Yeah.
my opinion is definitely Saruman.
That doesn't mean he came first.
What came first, the Golem or the Golem? Idiot, Golem. What did you think about Lord in her rings?
I think
The Ring of Power.
mostly it's beautiful.
Yeah, very beautiful
It's
looking show.
shot.
Definitely.
I wish Game of Thrones was shot as well as this. Game of Thrones is shot well.
But see, I would want it because I want them to be different. I love that
yes.
difference between the two.
I like the grittiness of Game of Thrones, but if you shot it as well with the grittiness, it would be enough different than
Maybe.
Rings of Power. Rings of Power is just beautiful no matter where you look, even like the dark, horrible looking landscape. It still looks beautiful in its own way.
Very
Except
similar.
for the foggy shadows that they used, which were all fake, and it was just like,
Very, very similar to House of the Dragon. Definitely watch it on a 4K TV. Watch it in 4K. It looks, because especially when you're looking at like Rivendell and when you're looking at the forest and all, it's the detail is beautiful.
my wife knows if it's not in 4K, I'm not watching it.
My wife doesn't care. She's like, I don't care if it's in 4K.
She's like that too, but
I
am
said to her, I'm like, okay, and her favorite movie in the world is Gone with the Wind. I'm like, let's get a 4K transfer of Gone with the Wind and watch that compared to a fucking 1080, especially that shot when they pull back and see all the wounded soldiers.
shoulders.
Look at that in 1080 compared to 4K, and then you tell me what looks better.
But then my wife would go, yeah, it looks better, but I don't care.
Yeah, the same as Karen. It looks better, but it doesn't improve the movie at all. I'm like, of course it improves the movie. But that's just me.
I remember the first 4K Blu-ray. I don't know if it was 4K. It might have been just Blu-ray. Was that I watched was on a PS3, I guess, and it was because they were the first big Blu-ray. Not the first one, but
They
the
did
first
Blu-ray 1080 or Blu-ray
big time.
4K?
I don't think
they
it was
can do
1080.
4K.
4K
Probably
wasn't,
1080.
but
yeah, because
but I-
Blu-ray is inherently 1080.
but you could see the difference because of the bit rate, and it was Fifth Element.
Oh, nice.
So and I've recently just bought that on Microsoft, so I can watch it whenever.
For me,
Feels.
the first massive difference I saw in Blu-ray was Planet Earth. And especially those massive sweeping shots and I was like, whoa, like what a difference. And that was 4K. And like we got the Planet Earth 4K Blu-rays, not the 1080 ones, and we were like, my God, it's just gorgeous to watch in 4K.
Yeah, I think the first 4K that I really noticed is when I started. I guess it seems like it's more recent, but when I started at Walmart, they had the 4K displays, and it was just new to everyone.
Nudity to everyone.
New to everyone.
Nudity in 4K.
So people would walk up
weird.
to this, the only 4K display we had, because it's Walmart. It's not Best Buy that had it like maybe
like 20 of
4
them
years
on the
ago.
back.
That's not true. But
They just want like zombies
walk up and
wandering
we would be
around
like,
it.
try this 4K TV. It's only $3,000 compared to our $1,000 TV, whatever.
And now you can get a 4K TV for like fucking $80.
Oh, yeah. Marketplace.
Woo!
It's beautiful. I think that's the biggest thing that I can get from it. Aside from that, very slow. I don't like the kid.
Theo, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like his talking.
He's got kind of a cheruby face.
Yeah.
I was saying to the girls when we were watching this, he's got like a fat face. Like not fat as in like he's a fat kid, but like baby weight. You know what I mean? Like when you look at a kid and you see still their baby fat in their face.
He sounds like a 70-year-old smoker. And it just bothered me like constantly. Like, hey Mom. It's like, oh,
Where's
really?
the golem?
This is why did we choose this?
We've got to stop the golem. They're gonna stop us from smoking.
What else?
Mount
I
Doom.
like the
I can get cigarettes from Mount Doom.
Hufflepuff main character. What are they called?
I don't fucking know. Who the fuck's a Hufflepuff?
The Hobbit like creatures.
Nori? Yeah,
Yeah,
they're called
Nori,
like
yeah.
Harfoots.
Harfoots, that's it.
Yeah.
Why not? They're like
only
early
thing-
hobbits.
The
Is
only
that what
thing,
it is?
Yeah, likely.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about Nori is her makeup. Everybody else looks normal, and then when she shows up, they've got her in like that glimmer lipstick makeup, and it is so fucking obvious. Again, when you're watching 4K, her lips just fucking stand out and like glimmer in the
Maybe
fucking
that's her
light.
superpower. It's a superhero movie, right?
I'm a Harfoot. You can see me glimmering lips. Holy shit, that's the last thing that she wants to brag about. Me Harfoots are ready for mating. Look at me glimmering lips.
I really liked her character, and I want to see where that goes.
Glimmer lips.
Wait, turn that off.
No.
Put it-
Someone's messaging me. Who is it?
Is-
It's my
Is
sister.
it my mom?
It is your mom.
Is your sister my mom? This gets weird.
Glimmer lips. That's what she
what
saved in my
else can we
phone
say about
under.
this? They played with the whole who's
Played with the whole.
Sauron?
Sauron.
Sauron.
The only thing I don't like to do is
Siren.
So whenever they're talking about Numenor, just say Numenor. Don't go Numenor.
Numenor.
Like calm down.
It's like the elf way of saying things. You have to roll the R 7
Numenor.
times. Yeah.
I am Elrond. Like fuck. How is there not more Spanish people in this?
That's where they came from.
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth is down there.
Mexico.
all of this Lord of the Rings happened a long time ago in Mexico.
Welcome to Middle Earth.
That's what happens when you merge all the species. It's just awful.
Racist.
No, I'm pro merging species.
Same with me.
So they played with the who's Sauron? Is it the wizard? Is it
Halbrand.
Is it Halbrand? Is it
Yeah. There was only two
Link.
that it could be. Link. Yeah. No. Oh, now who's getting messages?
I didn't ding.
I didn't ding.
Ding dong.
I'm Glimmerlips, the Harfoot.
Sing to me.
Glimmerlips and Theo.
Here we
Theo,
go.
the Marlboro
Down
Man.
a path. Let's not get
It's
eaten
time
by
we don't
wolves.
want to get trapped. And then Theo comes along. Hey, you guys got any smokes? I'm 14.
They never met. Maybe next season.
Maybe next season.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So I give Glimmerlips and the Sunshine Boys an 8 out of 10.
So you didn't think the wizard was Sauron?
No.
Okay. He has magic powers.
No, I thought it was too much of a that'd be too obvious to make him Sauron.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, no, I don't think so. But I was holding out.
Well, that elf guy, that dirty elf,
A dirty elf.
the dirty orc elf.
Oh,
That's,
yeah,
that was
Faye
the
or
first, the
something? Or
first
A-
go
Ayad
to,
or
right?
Ayo,
The
yeah.
first clickbait,
Yeah.
and then the second clickbait
That
was
dirty
the
elf.
wizard.
You know, for a second, I thought you were
It's
being
the
super
alien wizard.
racist, and I thought you were talking about the black elf, and I was like, "Are we really going down that road, you racist?"
No,
And Theo comes
no.
over.
I just got that.
Where's that dirty elf?
Oh Jesus!
He's got
Christ.
my cigarettes.
I start saying the N word
Oh,
all of a
shit.
sudden. It's
And
fine because
in the
it's way
second
back
season,
in time.
The second season, Theo's gonna have like a magic thing that he puts up to his throat, and he's like, "This is how I talk now." Where's my mother? Him and his mother are like the same age. Every time I see his mom
But
and
it's
I
not.
see him,
It's not cancer. It's the blight.
I feel the eye of Sauron inside me. Give me a pack of Marlboros. I'll smoke it through this hobbit hole. Where's Shimmer Lips?
It looks like he smokes through the Hellbrand, or no, and whatever it's called, the sword thing.
Where's
Anyway.
my sword?
You rated it
8 out of 10.
that high, huh?
Glimmer Lips and the Sunshine Band.
I give it a 7 out of 10. I want more. I want it to be more like
Give me... Fuck.
I want
you
it
know
to
what?
hook its
I
fingers
woke up
and nails into my back.
a few
and
days ago.
hump me.
And I was alone in the house. Everyone was at school back when school was going. And I'm walking around the house and I realize I'm singing that Give Me More song to myself by Britney Spears.
Well,
I know
know
where I
who
heard
it's
it from.
by. I'm only like the biggest fan. Let me show you
the
my
one-
tattoo.
Were you the one that was Free Britney? Was he Leave Britney
yeah,
Alone?
Yeah, free Britney.
Or whatever he did.
Hashtag.
But yeah, I have no idea where the fuck I heard it. But I must have heard it somewhere. Because I'm walking around the house going, give me more, give me more.
He's
give
lying.
me,
It's on
give
his
me
playlist
more."
now.
It is now.
You have to listen to it once it's stuck in your head. Yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10. It's beautiful. I want more. I want to watch more. It's great. But I want it to be more I want it to be like, oh, I need to watch next week instead of I'll watch next week.
Season 2. Glimmer Lips and the Sunshine Band. We're going to go down to the store to buy Theo cigarettes.
She's an attractive actress.
more. I don't.
Not that I'm
think
into
so.
little people.
Whatever. I got nothing more to go on that.
No judgments here.
All right.
Except for
So
on me.
if you found this at all useful, you need to watch better programming on YouTube.
Yeah. May I suggest Simply Dumpling? Not Simply Dumping.
That's a whole other fucking. That's an OnlyFans account. All right. Well, this is the end my friends, and we are sorry that you've been watching and complain. That fucking cat.
I thought there was someone coming down the stairs.